Can a UK company really take on the big American players in the eVTOL game? What cool tech is Vertical Aerospace using to change how we get around in cities? How are their partnerships helping them stand out in such a crowded market? Join us as we dive into Vertical Aerospace's exciting journey, the challenges they're tackling, and how they plan to make a name for themselves in the world of flying taxis. Let's get started. With the global eVTOL market expected to hit around $30 billion by 2030, Vertical Aerospace is determined to find its spot among big players like Joby Aviation and Archer in the US. Let's dive into what makes this company tick, their aircraft, partnerships, and the hurdles they need to jump to get their flying machines in the air. Vertical Aerospace kicked off in 2016, thanks to Stephen Fitzpatrick, who has a background in renewable energy and aviation. The company quickly caught attention with its bold plans to change how we think about air travel. They first introduced the VX1 prototype in 2018, followed by the VX2, showcasing some cool advancements. In 2021, they took a big step by going public through a merger with a special purpose acquisition company, or SPAC, Broadstone Acquisition Corp., bringing in about $260 million. This cash boost not only helps them develop their aircraft, but also puts them in a better position to compete globally. With a strong focus on sustainability, Vertical Aerospace wants to make air travel less harmful to the planet, aligning with the worldwide push to tackle climate change. Vertical Aerospace has a big goal in mind, making flying as easy and common as hailing a cab, but with zero emissions and way less noise. Their vision? Flying taxis that help cut down traffic and pollution in cities. At the center of this plan is their VX4 aircraft, designed for short, urban flights. It's a zero-emission ride that can fit 4 passengers and a pilot, zooming at speeds of up to 200 miles per hour and flying over 100 miles. Perfect for quick city hops. To make all this happen, Vertical Aerospace is banking on top-notch tech and smart partnerships, especially since they're competing with big US names. The VX4 isn't just about getting from point A to B. It's a slick-looking, tech-packed electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft that's all about efficiency. Thanks to its electric motors and cutting-edge battery system, it stands out from the crowd. One of the best things about the VX4 is its multiple rotors. That means it's stable, safe, and quiet, making it a great fit for flying in and out of cities without disturbing everyone on the ground. To bring their dream to life, Vertical Aerospace has teamed up with big players like Honeywell for flight control tech and GKN Aerospace to keep the aircraft lightweight. These partnerships are a huge deal, helping them perfect the VX4 and pass all the necessary safety checks. Teaming up with others is a big part of Vertical Aerospace's success. They're working with some major names in aerospace, and big airlines like Virgin Atlantic and American Airlines have already pre-ordered a bunch of VX4s. Virgin Atlantic is especially excited about using eVTOLs for city travel, which really helps boost Vertical Aerospace's reputation. It also gives them a leg up in the aviation world, where competition is fierce. Even the UK government is backing Vertical Aerospace. They see the potential for eVTOLs to totally shake up how we travel. The UK's Aerospace Technology Institute has pitched in with money and resources to help Vertical Aerospace keep pushing forward with their research and development. Navigating the rules for eVTOL aircraft isn't easy, and Vertical Aerospace knows it all too well. In the UK, the Civil Aviation Authority, CAA, and the European Union Aviation Safety Agency, EASA, are in charge of certifying new aircraft. And they've got some pretty strict standards. Vertical Aerospace has already made good headway by getting design organization approval, a big step in getting their VX4 aircraft certified. To get fully certified, they've got to run tons of tests to prove the aircraft is safe and performs well. Just like their competitors in the US, they're facing a lot of flight tests and have to stay on top of changing rules and regulations. But here's the good news. The company is working closely with these regulatory bodies and even has the UK government backing them to help move things along faster. The latest updates hint that Vertical Aerospace is on track to get type certification for the VX4 by late 2026, which lines up with their plans to launch commercially. Of course, it all depends on how well they do in the testing phase and getting that final approval from the regulators. The eVTOL market is really heating up, especially with big US players like Joby Aviation, Archer, and Whisk Aero in the mix. Take Joby Aviation, for instance. They've raised over $1 billion and have made some serious strides in designing their aircraft, putting them in a strong spot in the industry. Now, Vertical Aerospace has its own set of challenges when it comes to securing funding and grabbing a piece of the market. They've pulled in about $260 million through their SPAC merger, but they need to keep attracting more investment to keep things moving forward with development and production. Even with these hurdles, Vertical Aerospace shines with its focus on being eco-friendly and building strong partnerships. Their dedication to cutting down the environmental impact of flying really resonates with investors and consumers alike, giving them a solid edge in the growing market for green tech. Vertical Aerospace is making some impressive moves, with pre-orders for their VX4 aircraft hitting around 1,500 units, which is valued at about $6 billion. That's a solid order book and shows that airlines and urban mobility operators are really interested, which is a good sign for their tech and vision. They've also teamed up with major airlines like Virgin Atlantic and American Airlines, which boosts their credibility in the market. These partnerships not only help them get their aircraft out there, but also make them more visible to potential customers and investors. By focusing on urban air mobility, Vertical Aerospace is in a great spot to meet the growing need for smart transportation solutions in crowded cities. As more people move into urban areas, the demand for innovative travel options keeps rising, and Vertical Aerospace wants to be at the forefront of that change. Vertical Aerospace has come a long way, but there are still some big challenges ahead. One of the main concerns is funding. They'll need to secure more investment to keep pushing forward with their ambitious plans. Plus, the competition is fierce, especially with US companies dominating the scene and grabbing a lot of the big investments. But it's not all tough news. As a UK-based company, Vertical Aerospace has some great opportunities too. The UK government is backing the aerospace industry and focusing on sustainability, which opens up chances for partnerships and more funding. And with their focus on innovative tech and strong partnerships, Vertical Aerospace is in a good spot to take advantage of the growing urban air mobility market. The timeline for flight testing and certification of the VX4 is going to be key for their future. If they can wrap up testing and get regulatory approval, it will pave the way for commercialization and deployment, giving them a solid position in the eVTOL market. Tech is at the heart of what Vertical Aerospace is all about. They've made serious strides in battery and propulsion technologies. Their special battery tech in the VX4 is designed to get the most efficiency while keeping the weight down, which is super important for making sure the aircraft performs well. By focusing on these innovations, Vertical Aerospace isn't just building a flying taxi. They're changing the way we think about city travel. They're not just in the race, they're aiming to lead it. So, what do you think? Can Vertical Aerospace really compete with the big names in eVTOL? Are they on the right track to change how we travel in cities? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, check out our related video, eVTOL Rivalry, Lilium versus Volocopter, Who Will Win Europe? Discover the latest in the race for urban air mobility and see who's leading the charge.